Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are doing amazing. Today we have an exciting video because we are kickstarting our full face of a specific brand, and today it is going to be e.l.f. Cosmetics. I made a huge order online. We have a ton of new stuff. I'm gonna just fill up my container with all the items and we are gonna test it on the face, and then I will be saying at the end which are the top 3 products that stood out to me and that I would recommend based on first impressions or based off using for a while. So if you would like to see all the e.l.f. products that we're gonna be talking about, and these are some good affordable ones, well then you know what to do. Just keep watching. Okay, so I'm just gonna dump all the stuff in here. We did a massive haul over on e.l.f. and mostly it was because I wanted to try some of their new products. If you don't know, they came out with new camo liquid blushes, they came out with lip oils, but above all, what I am most intrigued about is their color correcting camo hydrating CC cream. Now they came out with a CC cream I think like 2 or 3 years ago, and I really enjoyed that one. I also reviewed it on here, but this one claims to have a dewy, long-lasting finish. So I'm super excited about that. And then I was just on there and I'm like, you know what? It would be super exciting to just get a full face, or as much of a full face of products for us to be able to use here. So we have quite a lot. Let's dive on in. Before we get started, I am just going to put some of this on. This is their Squeeze Me Lip Balm. And I'm just going to put some to hydrate, and it kind of honestly reminds me of the Summer Fridays. This one has a yummy vanilla-y scent. This is what it looks like on the lips. Love that, and I think this is like $3. We're talking e.l.f., so price points are going to be amazing. For primer, I'm going to go in with my tried and true, and that is going to be the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I love this stuff. It literally is in my best of 2023 makeup because it literally is one of the primers, if not the only primer, that I use the most, and I just love the tackiness because it will literally make sure that all foundation products that we wear on top stick and last all day. Okay, so first exciting and new item that we have on here is going to be the e.l.f. CC cream that I was mentioning to you. This is what packaging looks like. I picked up the shade medium 330W, so a medium warm color. We have a pump, so let's just see what this looks like. I have high hopes for it because I did love the other, so we just put a bit on that on the hand. Let's see and hope that this color matches. 2024 is the year of trying to find foundations that I love and enjoy that are, for the most part, medium coverage, because I'm not crazy about full coverage. So when I saw this and I saw that it was a CC cream, I'm so into like CC creams and skin tints right now. I feel like they look the most natural on the skin. Oh wow, that is looking stunning so far, and the color is working beautifully. Also, this brush, this is such an old Morphe brush. Like you can't even see the label anymore. I think this was the M6, and it is just such a good brush. It's like messed up. It keeps making that little sound, but I refuse to give up on it because I find it to be one of the best foundation brushes. Speaking of, I actually think I got some brushes. So these are the brushes that I picked up. We have a Blending Supreme one, which I think I can use for my foundation. We have a liquid blush brush, and then we have a cream and powder duo brush, and then lastly we have the putty blush brush. So gonna go wash those, be right back, and continue to apply them on the face. All right, so we're back, and now we have the foundation brush. So I'm just gonna go over and continue to blend that cream that we put on. So far I'm really loving how the CC cream is looking, and I feel like the color matches really nicely. Now I did one pump and I still have about half of it on my hand, so that tells me that coverage is definitely medium to full, and that you really don't need that much because honestly half a pump was able to cover up my face. Next up we have concealer, and I actually picked up a new one of these. I've tried the concealers before and I just wasn't crazy about them. I know that they both went viral, the hydrating and the original one that was like the Shape Tape dupe. I wasn't crazy about it, so I didn't have it in my collection, so I wanted to pick a new one up just for the purpose of this video. Now looking at this shade, I picked up the color medium beige. It does look like it's gonna be a little dark because it's very similar to my skin tone, but let us see. Yeah, that's gonna be a little dark, but we shall see how this blends. I'm just gonna place it where we always place our concealer, and we are going to blend that out. Now I want to see if I feel any different than when I used it over a year ago. I would say a lot of concealers have come out, so this one I was just like, it's one of those products that I felt like I was trying to force myself to love just because it was so trendy and so hyped up that I'm like, it has to work for me. It really does. But honestly, it just didn't, and I literally got rid of all of them in my collection because I just came across so many other concealers that I loved. It's blending out nicely. I do like this one. I feel like the hydrating one is definitely better for me than the original one that is definitely more mattifying. But overall, this definitely is a color that is very close to my skin tone, which perfect match, honestly, now that I'm looking at it. So a lighter color would be nice. Let's look at this a little up close and personal. We are super dewy and illuminated underneath the eye. Now I definitely want to go in with a sponge just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. Now for a speed review type of rating, I'm going to say whether I love it, like it, or if it's just meh. This one I would say I like it. The CC cream is definitely an I love it. The lip balm is an I like it so far, so we'll continue to go from there. Now we're gonna move on to contour, and I finally was able to get my hands on the contour cushion applicator wands. These are supposed to be kind of just like dupes for the Charlotte Tilbury. I saw these and definitely wanted to pick it up because why not? I picked up the shade light medium. It looked like it would work for me, so this is how the application looks like. Literally very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury, where we have the little brush tip in the bottom and the tube style. Alright, so we're gonna just start to apply. I'm intrigued to see the color. Oh wow, this looks like it'll actually be a really nice contour color. Very, very nice. So far with just the color, I'm impressed. I think this color is going to work so nicely as an actual contour. It is like ashy enough for my skin tone, but it's not like super crazy ashy, which I'm intrigued with. So let's start to blend that out and see how that looks. Wow, okay. So far, first impressions, is the first time that I ever use it. I think I am going to say that I love this. I love the color. I love how it's just blending away into the skin. Like you're seeing it, it literally is just blending away. It's pigmented enough, but not overly pigmented where it's, you know, too much. But wow, I absolutely am loving that. Now continuing on with the same wand products, I also picked up the Halo Glow Beauty Blush Wand, and this is the color Pink Me Up. As you can tell, e.l.f. was coming for dupes for the Charlotte Tilbury wands, which obviously went super viral when they came out, and I'm honestly a huge fan of when dupes come out. Not necessarily when they're like exactly the same, because it's just like, okay, you can be inspired by something and kind of give your own take, but I do love when different brands do different takes on a similar item, because the original trending item might not have been one that works for you, and the other brands' formulas or price points can work a lot better for you. So I love it when different dupes kind of come out, because you get to see which one works for you. Now this is going to be the blush. It definitely has some shimmer, so we are looking super dewy, but we will be setting everything. This is what it looks like. I definitely think that I want to do a video with a side-by-side of each wand, so we could do like a Charlotte Tilbury on one side and the e.l.f. on the other, just to see how they look side by side and determine which one we think we prefer better. So this is the blush, looking absolutely stunning, and so far I'm going to say that I really like this product. It's like literally right on the verge of like and love. The only reason why I'm not saying necessarily love is just because me personally, I'm more of a matte blush girl, even though this looks absolutely stunning. But this one does have like shimmer particles, but it does not have any like major glitters or anything like that, which will make your face look, you know, glittery with chunks of that. It's more so just like really luminous and dewy and just a really pretty like radiance to the skin. So I think this would actually look really stunning once you've already powdered your face and you kind of want to just add a little bit of that dew to it. I think this would be really nice. So for powder, we have the e.l.f. Beauty Shield, and I have the color Golden. We're gonna apply some of this onto the face just to start setting things down. Take my little powder puff, apply some of that, take some off with the hand, and then begin to apply the powder. Now this powder I already had in my collection, but I haven't used it in a while, so I'm really excited that this video is making me use it. It looks honestly really stunning on the face, and like I mentioned in previous videos, what I look forward to in a powder is definitely not to look cakey, but to have a very like velvety feel and look to the skin, something that is blurring, something that looks flawless, literally filter like without looking too cakey or dry. And this powder is working so beautifully. I actually need to use this more because that looks really stunning on the face. Okay, that powder, I'm going to say first impressions, just kind of like using it again after not using it for so long. I think that's a love. I think that's a love. Oh my god, that feels so nice on the skin. Oh, okay. I already know I'm gonna love these series because it's gonna make me not only just find new products, but look into my collection for products that I already have, haven't used, and just fall in love with them. I've had this for a while. Like I think I bought this over a year ago, probably used it once or twice, and then used the products that I always love to use. But this is what I love about it, and this is why for this year I want to definitely just go in and like shop my stash and really test out and try out all the products that I have, because I feel like I have so many hidden gems in there. So we're gonna go into bronzer, and I am gonna go in with the Putty Bronzer. Now this is a cream, but I have used this before over powder and it works really well. This is the color Bronzed Belle, which is a little bit on the deeper side. I know I also had the lighter one, I just generally don't know exactly where that is at all, but I am gonna go in with a very light hand and just add a bit of that bronze and depth to the face. And like I said, these work so well on powder. They work really well on your skin if you don't have any foundation or concealer or anything like that. You just kind of want to bronze. It works really well like that. I feel like it's just very versatile, and it's one of the reasons why I definitely loved this product. It's also another product that has kind of just been taking a seat in my collection just because I've been obsessed with my Tower 28 as of late. But definitely need to bring this out and use it more because it is literally such an amazing product for literally such an affordable price point. Oh my gosh, but wait, how silly am I? I have another liquid blush. Like, hello, this is what prompted this video to begin with. So we're actually going to put this on top of the powders, and we'll see if they work the same way as the Putty Bronzer did. Here we have the new liquid blush. I picked up the color Berry Well as well as Dusty Rose. This is what they look like. I think for today's look, I want to go in with Dusty Rose. I think it'll work really well with the color that we already put prior. Now these are going viral for being dupes for the Rare Beauty, which I actually have right here, and I picked up the color Hope because it looks like it might be the most similar one. We'll swatch them and see if color wise they look the same. This is the container, really cute, and this is the doe foot applicator. Now I am just going to apply some of this directly on the face like that. We'll do one cheek at a time just to see how it blends. Like I said, we've already set the face, so I'm intrigued to see how it blends over powders. Does it lift up the foundation? We have some pigment. Oh my goodness. Now the box does say that it is highly pigmented, so they were not lying, and this was the lighter shade of the two, so I'm sure that that other berry color is going to look absolutely stunning on the face, especially for the winter time. Like, I love that. So I'm going to just swatch that just right on here in the arm, and then I'm going to put the Rare Beauty Hope underneath just to see if color wise they look the same, and then I'll also just kind of blend them out a little bit. Okay, now Hope is definitely a bit more on the pink side, and the e.l.f. one is a bit more on the peachy side. Let's see how they blend out. So this is Hope from Rare Beauty. And this is the e.l.f. color. Both look like they're absolutely stunning colors for the everyday. Very similar in shade because they're just like light everyday blushes, but completely different. I would say though that they do kind of blend out to be very similar formulas. Both are highly pigmented, so if you have been interested in the Rare Beauty one, or you have them and you don't know if the e.l.f. one is worth a shot, then you might just want to pick this one up and try it as well. I do just want to put this beautiful Very Well color just to see what it looks like. And this look, wow, that is very, very, very rich. I cannot wait to use this color. I think that's going to be absolutely stunning. Now that blush is all on, I was going to go in with powder blush, but I feel like we have enough blush as is, and I do want to add a little bit of color to the eyes. But I did just want to show you guys the two options that they have. This is the color Always Spicy, which is such a stunning, deep, rich color. And then we also have Always Rosy right on in here, which I think would have paired really beautifully with this look. Now the last Halo Glow Beauty Wand product that we have is going to be the highlighter. Now it's in the same tube as the other products, so I'm just going to squeeze, and we are first going to just apply a bit of that on the hand. Let me just see what that looks like. Oh, that looks really, really pretty. Now I don't want to go directly on the face just because I feel like it'll be a lot for highlighter. That looks really pretty. Subtle enough, which I like. Is not super intense, but I feel like you definitely can build that up. Now this is a liquid formula, which I am personally a huge fan of. So I'm just going to apply it to the top of the cheekbones. And since we have that liquid blush already down, our cheeks are looking nice and dewy, although we've already set down with powder. And honestly, that is my preference. I definitely always need to set down with powder because my face tends to get a bit oily throughout the day, but I do love to add a little bit of like luminosity to it. Okay, base is all done, and I've also just quickly filled in my eyebrows. Now we get to move into eyeshadow and like eye toppers. Now I have quite a few of their quads. Actually, I think I have like all of them, and they have so many stunning, beautiful colors. Now these are just some of the palettes that I have. Here we have Cream and Sugar, we have Truffles, we have this beautiful blue one which is I See You, and this one is Pumpkin Pie, and this is one of my favorites, and this is I Love You, a Latte. We have Rose Water, which is a beautiful mauve palette, and then we also have the color Carnival Candy. Now, like I said, I have a few more, but for this specific haul, I actually picked up their liquid metallic eyeshadow, which I definitely want to use. I picked it up in the color Galaxy because I thought it would be the most wearable of all the ones that I have, and also something that's not super similar to all the eye toppers that I already have in my collection. So this is what it looks like. I'm excited to see. Definitely want to put this all over the eye and then kind of find, oh, that looks really, really, really stunning and reflective. Definitely like Stila dupes. Now I won't be using this palette for this video, but I will be using it in an upcoming video, and I picked this palette up. Now if this doesn't scream springtime, I don't know what will, so definitely saving this one for a spring pastel look. I saw this on Amazon. I think it was for 10 bucks, and I'm like, I need this palette. It looks absolutely stunning. The colors look beautiful and like muted pastel but a bit of brightness. This palette is called So Bright Now. But for the video, we are definitely diving on into the glitter topper. Now I am just going to go directly with this on the eye because I want this all over the lid. Wow, that is beautiful. So I'm just placing this literally on my eyelid where the eyeball hits, and then with a brush we're gonna just blend that out. That looks so pretty, and it was working so nicely with the purple shirt that I have on. Love that. Okay, now with a blending flat brush, I am just going to start blending that out before it dries down because it is a liquid formula. And then to blend that out, we'll go into one of the other palettes just to have a little transition shade. These are so fun and easy. I love just putting them all over the lid, and honestly you can even just like blend that single one out and it'll look absolutely stunning all over the eye. So as I'm blending, some of it is getting picked up, so I'm just gonna go right back in with my handy dandy mirror so I can see things up close and just make sure that all those sparse areas are filled in, and then we will continue to blend. So that's gonna be the bulk of the eyeshadow. I am just gonna go into the I Love You a Latte palette and just pick up a transition shade to just blend these colors out together. So I'm gonna go in with this color right here, and using that same brush that I've been blending, I'm just gonna start to blend that together with the metallic shadow that we have, just so that we give a little nicer and smoother appearance to the eye. These shadows also blend so nicely, and I believe they retail for $3, which is just insane. I have so many of these, and I definitely want to use these a lot more because, like I said, what you're getting for $3 is honestly just insane. I don't know how e.l.f. does it, but they are doing it, and it is just holy cow, wow. Now I did say I was going to keep this palette for a future video, but there is a beautiful pastel purple that I think will look stunning as an inner corner color, this one right here. So I'm gonna grab a small brush, and we're gonna take some of that beautiful stunning color right here and just apply it to the inner portion of the eye. I'm gonna whip out my Beauty Bay Midnight, and this has literally every purple and blue tone that you can think of, and I'm gonna go in with this super bright color because this is what I'm looking for, kind of just to like really brighten up that inner corner. There we go. Now for mascara, I did pick up the Lash and Roll mascara. This is one of their newer ones, and it advertises to curl and lift, and I've seen a lot of people talking about this being a dupe for the Benefit Roller Lash. Okay, it's curved, kind of just like the Benefit one is. Let's see how it applies on the lashes. Okay, so the mascara is applying nicely. Now the main difference that I am seeing is the applicator is a plastic applicator versus a brush applicator. And I feel like the brush applicators typically give you more va-va-voom, more volume, more product on the lashes. This one is definitely curling. It looks really nice and stunning, but it's just not giving me what I needed to give me, especially with this more like smoky look. The mascara is nice, it's really nice. I think it'll be a really beautiful mascara to just wear when there's nothing on the eyes, but with this look, it's okay. Alrighty, so after several layers of mascara, here we are. This is the newer one that I have. I'm not so crazy about it. Now I do have another e.l.f. mascara that I prefer way more, and that is going to be the Big Mood. First of all, I'm feeling this like whole purple vibe. The room is purple, the shirt is purple, the mascara is purple. And let me show you what I mean by what I like more. Look at this brush. Now this is a brush head, not a plastic one like the other one is. And I feel like this is usually what gives me more of what I'm talking about. I want that volume, I want that thickness, and I want that length. This mascara gives it to me. So I feel like if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely pick the Big Mood versus that curl one. Now it definitely does what it says when it comes to curling, but it's just not giving me what I wanted to get. Now let's look at the difference. Look at this one. You see, we are getting that like false lash look, and then this is the curling one. Okay, and then now we can move into the last category, and here we actually have some new products. We have lip oils, and I picked up 2 shades. We have Honey Talks, which is this beautiful brown, and then we also have Rose Envy. I also picked up 2 lip liners because they were for $2. These are $2. Like, what? e.l.f., what are y'all doing over there? I have 2 shades. We have the color Truth or Bare or Baddest Beige. Now this is both shades swatched. The one on top is a bit more brown, which I think is the beige one, and then the bottom one is more on the pinky rose side. I feel like that one might actually be the best one for this look. So let's just apply some of that. Oh, that is gliding on so nicely. Okay, so that lip liner literally is just gliding on. I cannot believe that this is for $2. So I would highly recommend getting your hands on these if you can. That is such a beautiful color, and I'm very picky when it comes to lip liner colors because they don't always work for me. Now lastly, we are going to go into the lip oils. This is what packaging looks like, and everyone is also talking about whether this is a dupe for the infamous Dior lip. Now let's apply a bit of that on the center. Okay, it's not crazy pigmented with the pink, which I really like, but you do get that beautiful subtle hint, and wow, my lips are glossing. Look at how wet that looks. Wow, that's really pretty. It also has a minty scent to it. Alrighty guys, well that concludes a full face, or mostly full face, of e.l.f. products. There were so many good finds, and like I said, I would tell you what my top 3 products that I have I would recommend. Like if you can only pick up 3 products, or the first 3 products to pick up. Now that's gonna be tough because I literally liked almost 90% of everything that I applied. So let me be very specific in what I'm going to pick. Now the primer, if you're a primer girl, if you are looking for a good primer, would always recommend this. But I'm gonna have to say the first product that I think is definitely worth testing out is gonna be the CC cream, the hydrating new release one, because look at my skin. Like we are looking absolutely flawless, and I am so excited to just see how it wears. Like honestly, everything just looks so good together. The powder looks really amazing, but I think the second product that I am going to say definitely just like wowed me is going to be the new blushes. I do love the wand blushes as well, but if I had to choose one of the 2, I'm going to say this one, just because these don't have any shimmer or like glitter particles, although it's very micro and small in the other. These are more so a solid color, but they have a beautiful luminosity to them, and as you saw in the video, they work so well over powders. I had already put my powder, I forgot about it, I applied it over on top. It did not break the foundation underneath, so I think this is an absolute steal and must have. And then like I said, so many other products were amazing, but I'm trying to just stick to the 3 things that I can talk about. I'm gonna have to say these lip liners, man. The price point, the colors, they have an array of different colors. I think they have like 7 or 8 options, so you can definitely get your own shade. So amazing. But products that are like right behind those, all the wand ones, I really loved. I love the highlight, I love the blush, loved the contour, the single metallic eyeshadow I really enjoyed. I think the biggest flop for me was the mascara. It just wasn't necessarily giving me what I wanted. But the lip oil also, like look at how glossy my lips are looking. Like it's giving lip gloss vibes, but it's not sticky at all. So honestly, I think this full face of e.l.f. was just such a slay, so good. And this is just, these are the things that make me so happy. Oh my god. Also, the mini palettes, amazing. Like honestly, e.l.f. just nailed it with all of these products. But like I said, if I were to tell you to try 3, it would literally be for the face, the CC foundation, for the lips, the lip liner, and for the face, the new blushes. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know down below what brand you want to see next. I have a whole list of a bunch of drugstore and high-end that I want to do full faces for, and just give you guys the top 3 products that I think are the absolute best, and if there's any flops. So leave that down below. Thank you as always for being here, for watching my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!